online, website, originalbaby.com. Food will cost you the same.
American Airlines Center for the Dallas Mavericks game.
For just a penny, all through the month of September. Items like erasers and index cards. The catch, you have to spend at least $5.
Eventually, these will be all made into boxes.
When you think of F-16s, you think of the fighter pilots, those elite few who take the fight to the skies. But you already know being a fighter pilot is a cool job.
Welcome to your F-16 training.
Jonathan Gibson also has a cool job.
Basically, we take the human system of the flying, the pilot himself.
As you see, there's not a lot of room in this cockpit.
And we give him maintain his gear, his equipment, flying equipment that he needs to survive inside the cockpit. And we also maintain and take care of the stuff that he needs in the case of event he has to get out of the cockpit and eject.
Eject, eject, eject.
Gibson and his co-workers keep the pilot safe and alive.
Engine's going down. We're about 15,000 feet.
The plane itself, honestly, is tax dollars at good use, but the plane itself, you can't replace a pilot. So we're here to make sure he comes back.
On my command.
With all 10 toes and fingers.
Obviously, I am no fighter pilot, but they showed me all of the gear a fighter pilot puts on. From head to toe. Each article of clothing and piece of equipment serves a purpose, allowing the pilot to do his job effectively while protecting him. There is no margin for error in this line of work.
Everything we do and touch goes to somebody that walks in and doesn't even question our ability, our talent, our skills, our training, and they put the gear on without any questions and go fly with it.
The men and women in this group also take care of all of the equipment a pilot would need in the worst and most desperate of situations.
Obviously a compass.
What they need to find their way.
Drinking water, we all need to have.
The basic necessities, right down to every stitch in the parachute, all of it falling under their job description. They are literally lifesavers.
When you really look at guys that have actually ejected and know of guys that have ejected, and they come back and they say, well, I really appreciate the stuff that you do because now I can say thank you and I love you, honey. I'm good to be alive.
Like I said, you know the fighter pilots have a cool job, but in many ways it's cooler to know they can't fly and survive without the knowledge, expertise, and integrity of these men and women.
I feel like I got a big S on my chest and a cape on my back, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not actually the pilot actually flying the plane, but I feel like I said, being a key component to maintain that, I think it's a cool part of the job.
I cry a lot by myself.
Tubes, monitors, doctors, and nurses chart every beat of 24-year-old Carisha Felix's heart.
I don't know how I got sick, but I did.
The Carrollton native was pushing and looking forward to graduation.
I waited a little too long to get help, and that's my fault.
You did everything right. You didn't do anything wrong.
Carisha and her sorority sisters at Texas Women's University had fun and helped in the community.
Grade point average checks.
However, in a matter of months, a before perfectly healthy life filled with happy times, a loving family and dreams.
She's a really good girl.
Was choked out by a virus that caused congestive heart failure.
She's the most in need based on how ill she is. And by definition, we don't expect patients to live more than a week.
Medical City Dallas has a 96% plus success rate when it comes to organ transplants. But right now, there are more than 112,000 people awaiting a life-saving organ transplant. And each day, 18 of those patients die awaiting an organ that never arrives. So, unfortunately, no matter the surgeon, Carisha is not alone.
It's been more of a problem in recent years, particularly in the last 2 years, than it has been in the previous 20 years in terms of lack of donors.
God will give her again the gift of birth. So he gave it to her once, and I hope she will have it again. And I hope that will happen soon.
While doctors say she could only have a week to live, Carisha crochets.
This one's actually for my big sister.
As she thinks about others.
When letting my mom have a life again, because I know that I took away her life too, and it's not fair. It is very sad because I was thinking that somebody has to pass away for my daughter to have to live. But reality in life is like that.
In Dallas, Narissa Knight, the 33 News.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Koch, principal of Louisville High School. This is Big John, our mascot, and welcome to our school, home of the Fighting Farmers.
My name is Erin Aber, and this is Louisville High School Student Council. Another thing that's cool about our school is we have 115 years of farmer pride. We have lots of tradition and lots of school spirit. Today we're working on signs for our pep rally and our football game. Come help me out. Go Farmers! Another thing that's cool about Louisville High School is we have block lunch, which is an hour to do whatever we want. For example, on Tuesday, we have UIL debate meetings and Circle of Friends meetings. And let's not forget Friday, junior class and senior class meetings. Oh, I have something else to show you. Follow me. We're going to the Avid room.
What's the feeling that you get when you look up at the pennants and you see universities?
I get excited. Actually, there's two that I want to go to up here. So,
Which one?
A&M and Texas Tech. This is the Avid room where students can help get ready for college.
Avid is advancement via individual determination. We help them with their college dreams. Their number one goal is to go to college.
So it's a brand new building, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're in one of the new hallways, and I love this view. What is it, the library?
This is the library.
Not every cheer squad has an even amount of boys and girls on the team. In fact, this is one of about 10 in the country. Most of these guys start off with very little training in cheer and gymnastics, but by the time they're seniors, these skills will have secured them college scholarships.
This is the Farmers Market, our school store. Check out some of the stuff we have. Go Farmers!
I feel so close to you right now.
So I don't think I've ever seen aquariums in a school before.
This is our aquatic science class where we learn all about the study of water.
We teach 9 weeks of freshwater, and we teach 9 weeks of marine. So we're going to talk about invasive species.
The drumline starts all the pep rallies. The tradition is you're not supposed to come out of your classroom until the drumline passes your classroom.
Pep rallies are a great time for the entire school to all come together and get excited for the football game. All throughout the day, everyone's looking forward to fourth period so they can get out of class and go cheer on the football team. Hey CW33, thanks for stopping by. Go Farmers!
On the flour, you have to use a special flour.
It doesn't take long to recognize that Renato Riccio isn't exactly from around here.
There you can see one right here, right now.
But it's not just the accent, it's what he's talking about.
My favorite type of pizza is the classic pizza, which is called margherita.
Renato loves pizza because that's what he makes. Okay, not the pizza, but the pizza oven.
Well, we are the premier USA manufacturer of prefabricated wood-burning brick pizza oven.
More than 30 years ago, he got a call from a friend asking for a wood-burning pizza oven for his restaurant.
We imported one from Italy, and we installed it into a restaurant in Dallas called the Bel Air Grill. Immediately the phone started ringing. Other Italian restaurateurs say, "Hey, Renato, can you get me one of those ovens?" One by one, the ovens were coming in, but there was a problem. It's not easy to keep the temperature just right. Pizzalos, pizza chefs in Italy, spend their lives perfecting the pizza. The Napolitan pizza has a very crucial temperature that is above 600 degrees, in a 600 to 900 degrees range.
Then Renato had his $1 million idea.
One day I was just looking at my fireplace. I saw that I had gas underneath the wood, and I said, I think that might work in a wood-burning oven.
He started outfitting his wood-burning pizza ovens with gas and infrared heat.
As the wood burns down and the temperature goes below a certain limit that you need to cook with, then the gas will come back on, which makes a user-friendly, what I used to call a idiot-proof brick pizza oven.
Renato's pizza ovens, bearing his name, are made in Texas in his Garland facility. But they can be found all over the world.
I think we are in each and every continent of the world except Antarctica.
He's expanded to building ovens that can go in your backyard, getting that Italian restaurant taste at home.
Then when the oven gets hot, you just cook your pizza, your lasagna, yeah, enchiladas if you want to, steaks.
Renato oversees every installation of every one of his ovens, and he also makes every first perfectly baked pizza.
And I can assure you, after 31 years, I still get excited, just like Christmas Day. When I cook the first pizza, the pizza come out, and I see the eyes of the customer just waiting to eat a slice. But I usually eat the first slice, and I never get tired of it.
97.
98.
There may be less than 99 red balloons at your next birthday party. Blame a helium shortage. The element is a byproduct of natural gas.
Actually, most of the helium comes right here from Texas.
But the lines have been down. The recession has slowed production of natural gas, plus many lines are being repaired.
We are getting a supply, but the famous word of force majeure has been enforced. So we're getting a less product. You know, we're not getting as much as we ordered before.
At the world headquarters of Balloon City, USA in Deep Ellum, Eddie Halen is using an alternative to helium, air. Now, before he explains, time for a quick science lesson. There's one question Eddie gets more than any other. All right, so basically on a daily basis, people ask you the difference between helium and air?
Tommy, they ask me that every day of my life. So let's do a little demonstration and see how it works.
All right,
ready?
sounds good.
Air.
So I guess this is helium.
Let's find out. Helium.
All right, so can I suck in the helium?
Tommy, I've told you can't suck in the helium. And why?
Because it's dangerous. Yep, I wanted to, but it's really a bad idea. So back to Eddie's air alternative.
And we've been very creative, and we've learned how to adjust around that by using different magic.
Air lasts longer, and it's cheaper. And with the right structure and planning, balloon displays can look pretty cool, even without helium.
Ready, set, go.
Remember, helium isn't just for balloons. It's used in medical equipment and other important stuff.
And it is getting top priority, and it should, for all their medical supplies. So basically, the balloon company is on the lower end of the food chain.
Prices have gone up, but finding alternatives is just the nature of the biz. Helium or no helium, business is still inflating. In Deep Ellum, Tommy Noel, CW33 News.
Right into the camera, here we go.
While you're watching the news, these kids want to be in the news.
And action.
A week-long summer camp at Screen FX Academy in Plano lets future journalists put together a newscast from start to finish.
By the end of the week, they're up there doing funny faces in front of the camera.
Which would never happen to us current journalists.
We really try to model the company like the real industry.
Which means kids have to audition.
Probably gonna snow any second.
Then go through wardrobe and makeup.
I'm huge on character building and acting.
They learn even the guys have to powder it up a bit.
The men on TV have to wear a little bit of makeup to get rid of some shine.
Yeah, you know you gotta get it all over. And then it's off to the studio. All digital.
This is our green screen room.
Using the green screen, basically anything can be put in the background. It is 8:25 on your Monday morning. We have a very special guest for your weather forecast. Aiden's here. Good morning, Aiden. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
All right, what's the weather forecast going to be like?
Okay, well, if you look over at California right now, there's a couple earthquakes, but what do you need? An umbrella! I love doing improv because you don't have to memorize the script.
The students range in age from 8 to 18. They like the classes because they get to be themselves and there's no judging.
That it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to be silly. You know, it's okay not to, do perfect on that role.
After a week of practicing, the show is edited together with help from the Eye Opener staff.
And we can keep you informed on movies.
Hello and welcome to Movies and Moderns with Marielle and Aiden.
And we're here to talk about dreams in the attic. What's about me, Katie here?
Parents are really surprised at the end of the week just how much they've changed.
It's so easy to be inspired around here because people have the same interests as you.
Kids learn how to produce a newscast, but at the same time they pick up some life skills, public speaking, self-confidence, creative thinking, and a little bit of humor.
We all know what happened to Dorothy. She went crazy in the head after that tornado in Kansas.
In Plano, Tommy Noel, CW33 News.
Well, how does that protect you?